Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to turn a pair of jeans into a fashion statement by adding a little bit of colour. So what you need to do is you need to choose the material that you wanted to have on the front of your jeans, and then you'd need to cut two pieces so that it's on each leg. So if you were to choose this red here, you'd need to make sure it's wide enough and long enough. Don't go below the knee, it won't look any good, and make sure you don't get caught up in the pocket. So you'd need to cut two strips, that width and that length, to pop on. So check your wardrobe that you've got something red to go with it, otherwise it won't work. And also check your material isn't too thin, because if you lay it down on there, you don't want to be able to see the fabric through it. Also make sure your jeans are washed enough times that any of the dye doesn't come out of the jeans into the fabric. Now, just to give you an idea of how it would look with different colours, I've got a few strips here, and you can get an idea of what it would look like with yellow, or for example pink. So if you had a nice pink chunky jumper or a nice pink top, that looks really effective on there. I really like the pink. If you wanted to go for something bolder, you've got this colour here, and you could pick out any of these colours to accessorise. Just to show you a few more colours so you get an idea of how it could look with different colours. But again, you only want them to be a certain length. Don't go below the knee because it doesn't work. Rather like that one. You've got a really bold yellow there. You'd really need to be brave to wear that. So there you are, you get an idea of the colours there. And again, I say, don't have it too thin. That's rather thin, that material. So you'll get an idea. If you come down, you can see the black through. So when you cut it, it will shine through. So if you had material that was quite thin, you probably just double it over and use it. Then it doesn't show through. And just last, finally, you've got a lilac. And you've got a green. It works really, really well on jeans that are really skinny. So if you come over here to these Calvin Klein jeans, these are really skinny. It works really well on them as well. But you just obviously want to make it narrower. Again, don't go below the knee. So you'd make it quite narrow on that one. So let's bring this one over. So when you cut it, you'd make sure that you cut it so that it didn't go over too far. You can play around with it, sort it out, and then measure. So I've gone to my wardrobe and I've got a lovely yellow top that I rather like, and I've got this one with lots of yellow. So I'm going to go for the yellow. So this is the yellow I'm going to go for. So I'm going to measure that and cut that to size. I'm going to need to double it because it's quite thin, the material. So in order for it not to show through, I'm going to need to cut it double, otherwise, as you can see there, the black, the jean showing through. Measure your material, but remember you need to add your seam allowance. So that is 16 by 5. I've ironed my material. I've cut off any salvage edges. I'm going to make it 5.5 wide because that gives me 1/4 inch either way. And on the 5.5 mark here, this is just the way I do it. There's other ways you can do it with your board. You might have a board with a swivel knife that you can use, but I do it like this, and then I know that that is exactly the same size as that one. 5.5, pull that over a little bit, and then I iron that down, and then I can cut down there and I know that it's the same. So now you can cut down where you've ironed it, and then you have your template for the next two pieces. Okie dokie, so you've got your two pieces here cut along the grain, and you need to sew them together, right sides together, down these two edges, and then turn it back the other way. If you're just using one piece of material, then you need to cut it a little bit wider. So whereas this one is cut this wide and this long, you need to cut another 1/2 inch and another 1/2 inch down here. And the reason for that is you're going to need to fold that over and sew it down. So if you're using just one piece of material, this is now 6 inches by 18, which is allowing a 1/2 inch fold on either side and coming up, which will then measure the 5 by 17. If you're using 2 pieces, as we are with the yellow, you've sewn it, pull it in round the right way, iron it down flat, double check both your pieces are the same width, and then at the very end you need to fold them under, iron it down, because we're going to need to top stitch that so we don't have those raw edges showing. Well, there we are, there's our lilac, folded over, hemmed. Oh, it doesn't need to be all neat and tidy because that's just going to be that side, that's the only side we're going to see, and there it is, laid down on there, put into position, need to pin it on, and then we can sew it down. Okay, so the key is to try and get it the same distance from your pockets, ending at the same place on the leg so it looks the same, and equidistance from the edges so at least it's the same each side. I've sat mine straight down the middle and I've pinned it into place, so it just leaves me to sew it. So there you are, here are the trousers on the table, the jeans with the yellow t-shirt, or with this top. Really pleased with those. Just leaves me to try them on in a minute. Before I do, just run through how I sewed them on. I ran down this edge first, and then along the bottom, and then up. Be careful as you're doing the corners that you don't end up gathering your material here. Alright, and then you come up and then you come across. So just trying to keep it as flat as you can all of the time. If your material, your jeans, is very stretchy, then you may have to allow the give in the jean as you do your sewing of your top fabric on, especially if it's a cotton like this one. If it's very stretchy, you'll probably be better off with a stretchier fabric in the first place so that it doesn't all pucker up. But there you are, I'm just going to try them on and see how we get on. So there you are, that's what I do, the yellow with the yellow. I'd accessorise it with some beads and sunglasses on my foul now. So thank you for watching all our videos. Deraton 33, you know where to go. Thanks for watching, bye!